and welcome to Janet being Janet. I'm out here with the horses once again, and I'm doing my horse check. But I came across a little thing that a Miss Llama Girl posted that Miss Katie Joy that I want to talk about. So y'all stick around for me. Y'all can just see my big beauties eating a hay bale because that's what we're doing this morning. We're just out here with the horses watching them do their thing like they normally do. But okay, so let me just get this started. I come across a little clip from Llama Girl, and let me just tell you, I've said it a million times and I'll say it a million times over. She goes on there and she gets Katie's Instagram lives for her so that, we can view them at a later time, and that's what I did. I went and viewed it at a later time, and boy, howdy was I sitting there going, oh, no, ma'am. No, 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 ma'am, no, ma'am. Okay, so I want to insert this right here for you.
Of Joy's daughter on a counter next to a knife and a stove that had like the burners on, and I said it was giving me an anxiety attack. And then people said I was like mom shaming her, and I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. When was it ever okay to put your child on a counter next to a knife, an outlet that's right by their hand when they're 1 year old, literally open outlets, and then you have a knife next to a burner that is on high cooking onions? Please tell me in what world of child safety you're living in that wouldn't give you anxiety. Like, that gave me anxiety. I'm like, oh my God, the baby's fingers could go in that outlet. Oh my God, the knife could get in that baby's hand. Oh my God, the burners. There are times when I watch certain people's Instagrams and I'm like, this is 1 minute short of a disaster. So if literally a baby, I'll show you the video here.
Look. Cutting potatoes?
Look.
Obviously.
I got anxiety. Look at that. Outlets, fingers. How is that mom shaming? Can someone explain to me why having steaming pudding, baby on counter? Outlet. Oh, she's holding the cover of a knife. And she's not paying attention because she's filming. So that's what gives me anxiety. And no one's watching the baby. And then you wonder when accidents happen in this world, why it happens. Wonder when accidents happen in this world, why it happens. Because this stuff happens all the time. Yes, they had their shotgun on the middle of the table. They had Gideon putting like right next to a hot waffle iron. Like, there are days where I'm like literally worried. I'm like, oh my God, just one move. She's down in Texas at Austin's family's Thanksgiving, I guess. I don't know. There's some things that you can point out that give you anxiety without it being called mom shaming. Like, it's literally okay to point that kind of stuff out. Like, whoa, there's a baby next to an outlet, next to a knife, next to a burning stove. And then people will say, well, I do that with my kids. Probably shouldn't admit that online. I'm just saying, please don't admit that online. Please don't admit that online. Don't put your baby on a counter next to a hot stove with a knife and an outlet. And a high counter. No, it's not to each their own. This is how children get hurt. To each their own is how child abuse festers. To each their own is not how this works. It's not mom shaming to say, don't let your child near a burning stove. Well, I was let by a burning stove. Well, I got burned by a stove when I was a kid. I'm fine. I hate that. I hate that. Like, I was a kid. I got my ass beat, so I should beat my kids. I'm fine.
Before I get too wrapped up, there's my beauties, some of them, a couple of them, just eating away on a hay bale. Just doing their thing like they normally do. They could care less if I'm out here. Honestly, they could. But okay, so y'all just watched that little clip of Miss Katie Joy mom shaming Joy. And yeah, okay, everything in this video is my opinion and my opinion alone. It's in my disclaimer, but some people don't read it, so I just go ahead and say it sometimes. But that's okay. So, alrighty, so she wants to sit here and she wants to say something about, you know, Joy, or Joyanna, or whatever she likes to be called, having her baby on the counter while she's cooking. Did y'all see how many people were in that kitchen? Did y'all see that? Did y'all see how many people were actually paying attention to that baby? And then she wants to say, y'all don't come and tell me that, you know, y'all have done it. But, buddy, let me tell you something. I have done it with both of my kids. I have set my kids on the counter and I have cooked dinner. Yes, I watched my kids just like everybody was watching that baby. Everybody was watching that baby. You see the panoramic view of everybody, you know, being there and whatnot, and you get to see all that, But then it goes right back to the clip to where, you know, the baby is then sitting on the island being watched. So, Katie Joy wants to say this causes her anxiety. What in the world are you doing watching them then? Well, what in the world are you doing? Honestly, you're the one that follows them. You really are. You're the one that, you even went onto your Instagram and reposted it on your Instagram. But you don't want people to say that you're mom shaming. And the bottom line is, in a way, my opinion, you are. You're shaming the way that she actually does her child during festive activities. There were so many people there. Oh my gosh, there were so many people there. Do I, for one, believe that that baby was in any kind of danger whatsoever at all? No, ma'am, no, sir, no whatsoever at all. I do not believe that baby was in danger. I believe that baby was being watched. That baby was even being filmed. I don't know the baby's name, or I'd say the baby's name. But that baby was even being filmed. So while they were filming, they were watching that baby. But if you realize in the clip, it shows the baby actually from the stove onto the island. So how'd the baby get there? Huh? How did that happen? How did the baby get there? Could it possibly be that mom picked up the baby and moved the baby because mom was working somewhere else in the kitchen? Is that possible? And here's another question for you, Miss Katie Joy, since you want to point everything out. Let's go ahead and point everything out. How do you know those burners were on? How do you know they were on? How do you know that? Huh? Just wondering. How do you know the burners were on? You want to pick apart somebody and you want to say this person's doing wrong by doing this. Oh, it's causing me anxiety. Oh, sometimes it's hard for me to watch. Katie Joy, let me tell you something. It's hard to watch you sometimes. But the entire time that you're going over this and you have your live going and you're talking, and I couldn't get all of the live downloaded because my computer was acting up, because Janet is not that smart, okay? Janet really is not that smart whatsoever at all. So my computer was acting up, didn't want to record it all, so I can't upload the live for you. However, I'm sitting here watching you in this live going, where's your son? Just wondering. Just wondering. You know, you want to talk about a kid being on a counter while somebody's cooking. At the same time, I'm saying, what about, you know, the times that you shut the door on your kid when he's yelling? What about those times? You know, when you start going and picking out somebody's parenting, and people like to say all the time, you know, anytime I do anything about her with her kid that I'm mom shaming, I ain't mom shaming whatsoever at all. But, you know, people called Katie Joy out and said that she was mom shaming. So, you know what? That's what we're going to call it. You know, if other people full-heartedly feel she is mom shaming, that's what we're going to call it. We're going to call it mom shaming. And we're going to just go ahead and go with this, because I do not, for 1 second whatsoever at all, believe it's okay for Katie Joy to take these people's Instagram lives that they do and re-upload them on her Instagram, and then her talk about, oh, well, this is wrong. This shouldn't be done. Your child shouldn't be like this. It's making me nervous. You know, a child shouldn't be around outlets. A child shouldn't be around this. A child shouldn't be around that. Once again, I will just ask. I will 100% just ask. Were there numerous people around that baby? Yeah, there was. There was numerous people around that baby. Do I think Katie Joy just wanted something to shout out about whenever it comes down to it? Yeah, I do. I think Katie Joy just wanted something to go, look at what I can point out. Look at what I can say. I can go after the Duggars. I certainly can, even though Joyanna's not a Duggar anymore, you know. But I can go after the Duggars. Here's something else they did wrong. Yep, they're doing this wrong. It's all completely wrong. Yep, guys, y'all just pay attention to me, and y'all just stay on my Instagram, and y'all stay on my YouTube, because I'm just gonna go ahead and point out everything that the Duggars do wrong. Really? I mean, I kind of point out, I guess you could say I point out the things that you do wrong. I do. I point out the things that you do wrong, but you know what? I don't nitpick you. I really don't. I don't nitpick the things that you say and the things that you do. I nitpick the things that you make a big deal out of that don't need to be a big deal. That's what I do. I sit here and I say, no, ma'am, Miss Katie Joy. Oh, no, ma'am, Miss Katie Joy. Now, if that baby was left alone on that counter with absolutely no adults around whatsoever at all, would I be saying something differently? Oh, yes, I would be. I'd be like, get that baby off that counter unless you're going to supervise that baby. I would certainly say so. But honestly, the baby had plenty. I mean, it's what, a year old? Had plenty of people around, guys. Y'all, seriously, go down there in that comment section and y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all let me know if you think Katie Joy took this just a little too far and just wanted to point out something because she could. You know, because, you know, she likes to do that. She likes to just point out things just because she can. She's got a Instagram following and she's got YouTube following, so she can just say what she wants to say. That's the way I look at it whenever it comes down to it. Whenever I start thinking about it, I'm like, yep, this is Katie Joy going after the Duggars again. That's just what it is. These people cannot escape her whatsoever at all. And as long as I'm able to do this and I have fun with it, because I really do have fun with it, just bouncing around in my pasture with my horses, I just have fun with it. But yeah, you don't call out another mom. We don't do mom shaming. We don't do that whatsoever at all. You can point out a flaw. You really can. You can point out a flaw, and you can point it out to Joyanna. Hey, I don't think that it's right, you know, that you have your child on the counter. You can point that out. You really can. You can point out, you know, hey, it's not right for your daughter to be next to, or your child to be next to a plug-in. You can point that out. You really can. But you can say it in a nice way, and you could actually say it, you know, actually comment on her post, or you could actually say something about it. But you don't have to get on Instagram Live, and you don't have to say it causes you anxiety and it does all this to you and all that to you. You don't have to do all that. You really don't have to do all that, Katie Joy. You don't. You know, there are certain things that I'm sure people watch, you know, they're not grasping their hearts going, oh my gosh, this is going to have something bad's going to happen. And you want to talk about corporal punishment and this, that, and the other, and people saying they're okay. Well, let me tell you something. I grew up with it and I'm perfectly okay. So we're just going to address that right now. I am perfectly okay. I am perfectly fine. But yeah, her little Instagram Live went on and on and on. And like I said, unfortunately, guys, I wasn't able to get it for you where I would have. I don't know what I did wrong. I messed up. I really, really did. But yeah, that's my little take on what Miss Katie Joy had to say about Miss Joyanna and her daughter or son, or I think it's daughter. I'm out in the pasture. I can't remember. Y'all cut me a break. Goodness gracious. But that's what I have to say about that, because let me tell you something. We will get on here, or people that cover KJ will get on here, and we will tell you what you did wrong. Half the time, we don't even talk about you being a mom. Half the time, we don't. We talk about you doing other things, like pointing out when other people are doing wrong, or in your eyes, doing wrong. In my eyes, I don't see anything wrong. I really don't. But y'all, go down there in that comment section and y'all let me know how you feel, and you let me know what you think. You tell me if you think that baby was in any way, in any shape, form, fashion, how whatsoever at all. If it was in danger whatsoever at all. Y'all go down there in that comment section. Y'all let me know if y'all agree with Katie Joy or not. Yes, it's cold out here. I think I've already said that, but it's cold out here. But y'all go down there and y'all let me know what y'all think. Did she take this way out of context? Did she? Did she start telling her Instagram live audience about, how, or she even showed the video, like you see. She showed the video. She showed it off to everybody. She's showing it out, let's everybody agree with Katie Joy on Katie Joy's Instagram, because that's what Katie Joy does. She does. She wants that group of people that are going to say, hey, yep, you're right. Well, guess what? This person right here is going to tell you you're wrong. I'm just going to say it. You're wrong. But y'all, go down there in that comment section. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Was it mom shaming? Was it? Could be. Could not be. That's up to y'all. I mean, it's how you look at it, actually. Is it mom shaming? Was there any danger or anything like that? Y'all just let me know your thoughts. Honestly, just let me know your thoughts. Because, I could be wrong. I mean, I really could. But I did it with my kids. I honestly did. So I can't be saying anything to Joyanna. I really can't. Now, there might not have been a plug involved, but did I put them on the counter? Yeah, I did. I'm 100% guilty. I'll come out and say that. I am. But alrighty, guys, I'm going to get back to counting all of these horses. And yeah, they're eating and having their good old time. So I'm going to go back to counting these horses and double checking on them like I always do. But I hope y'all enjoyed this just a little bit and seeing a little bit of Katie Joy's live. I hope you have a wonderful day, night, weekend, holiday, year, whenever you might be watching this. And y'all remember to smile today, or make somebody else smile, because it can really change a lot. Alrighty, guys, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.